Hi everyone, welcome to another
Conversation with the leaves.
Conversation with the Lees live. You know the drill. As soon as you come on, indicate who you are. Say hi to us. We'll say hi to you, and we are back. Yeah, we missed out on last week, and as we said in our last video, life happened, so we weren't able to have a live as we scheduled to. But if you're here for the first time, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, you saw the topic that we'll be discussing tonight. Anything we need to just highlight before we get into the topic?
Not
Not
necessarily.
necessarily. Right. So again, we just want to say welcome to all our subscribers, especially the new ones. And for those who have been sharing the live and sharing our channel, sharing our channel, we want to say thank you, and we're asking you to continue, and we'll get to 1,000 subscribers in short order. Um, but until then, we will continue to have some fun. We'll continue to have some thought-provoking conversations, and of course, always real talk. Yes. And so tonight we'll be looking at, yeah, because it's alive 8:30 Sunday night. We'll be looking at breakup to makeup. Um, we want to look at it, and we're gonna have some fun. I promise you, we're gonna have some fun with it because, um, as it relates to, you know, I was about to say mature people. As it relates to persons in serious relationships, um, this breakup to makeup seems to be uh, a thing. I was going to say a phenomenon, but it's a thing. Um, because we know that during the cycle of relationships or the journey of relationships, we have teeth and tongue, what people say, well,
Meat.
teeth and tongue will meet. It meets in a makeup way and it meets in a breakup way. All right. So we're gonna examine that tonight. Yes, I have a rag. So sorry, now just show me. It's in the setting. I have a rag. Right. So yeah, we're looking at it tonight. Makeup to breakup. Breakup rather to
To
makeup.
make.
Um, it is something that I don't well. I say it lightly, but it is never something that is planned.
Yeah, it shouldn't be something.
I don't think it's ever planned. Like I know and of course there's a song that goes break up to make up.
Yeah, I think that's
That's
what came back to my mind just
that's all
now.
we do. First you
God
love
forbid, that's
me,
not
then
all
you
you
hate
do.
me. That's a game for fools. I know the words of the song. Yes, I do. Yeah. So as couples, there'll be moments when we have disagreements, and it's ironic because, and then as Christian couples, you're gonna realize, well, let's just see. I think it is the same thing, and because as you come on, those of you who come on, you can say whether or not if what we are saying is the same that occurs in basically whether you're a Christian or not.
Or not. Yeah.
These type of reaction will occur. Um, so break up to make up. In the first instance, when we have disagreements, again, unplanned, but they happen. In the disagreements, we find that even from a scriptural standpoint, the scripture says that we should not let the sun
Go down
on
on
our
your rock.
right. And when we listen to to the preachers and teachers, they'll explain to you, they say, boy, don't let don't go to your bed with a disagreement.
Mhm.
All right. Now that is all well and good, and as somebody would say, easy to say. But what happens in reality? Oftentimes in reality, I think we try
Yeah,
not to go to our beds with
yeah,
disagreements.
upset, yeah.
Um, but it happens. And not only does it happen in the sense that, boy, whether or not the disagreement is over something that is big
Or
or
small.
small, it happens. And when it happens, Though you
That's true.
most of the time you try not to go to your bed with this argument. But what would be the difficulty or the bad thing about going to your bed without?
With unresolved
Yeah.
issues. I think it's a serious thing because provided that the Lord forbid and you should pass away in your sleep, you did not resolve the
Resolve.
thing and
Uh-huh.
there is not forgiveness, and so that's a big if you should die in animosity, because where
Hmm.
would you go? Definitely not heaven.
So that well, all right. Uh-huh.
So for me, that would be the big thing.
Hmm.
That would be the biggest.
And all right then. So I think most of us can count our lucky stars. For those of us who actually go to bed without settling the score, and we wake up on earth still, as in we never pass out.
Yeah,
Um,
like you said, woof, that was a close one.
no, but like, do you? Right. When you have this argument, do you
Mhm.
wake up this morning and think like, all right, Lord, thanks for
No, I don't think I have consciously had it on my mind as that, because most of the time, say for instance, we have a disagreement and say you should feel sick within the night, and I forget all about disagreement. You
that.
understand? So
Hmm.
it's not like, okay, I have a disagreement. I dread to go to sleep because I mean, no, I don't think in my mind it is that ever that serious. I don't
As
think it is.
in,
As in, oh, I'm so mad at you that I'm going with this grievance in my heart. No. Most of the time, even if, say, for instance, we have a disagreement, I still pray before I go to my bed and I do ask the Lord
so
for
how you gonna
forgiveness.
pray and the Lord say must make sure you sort out your thing with the brother
Maybe
before you go
because I
pray.
don't really have you up inside.
I shall remember this
I
guy. It's
don't really,
evidence.
sometimes YouTube make me talk about everything
I
too
have
much.
evidence.
YouTube is getting
I
everything.
have evidence now. Got you?
Yeah, I don't really have you up in my heart, even if
Hmm.
I'm not pleased about something. It's not like I'm so best I can stand it. I mean, there are times even in my very sleep that I may turn my side
Hmm.
away from you, and I won't be sleeping on the chest that time, of course.
Hmm.
But
Because
many times I
my
turn
chest
it.
is your favorite place to sleep.
Yeah, that's my resting place. But many times I find myself like, even when I get up to wee wee in the night, I'm under your arms ish or my foot over you, but just take a foot quick. And I say, I hope you must sleep. But it's pride. I don't think it's a thing like, oh, I have him up, and I don't think it's ever that serious.
Well,
I'm pleased but not angry as to that.
truth be told, whenever we have disagreements, and we've had some, just to say, um, if should there's some natural reaction that happens, right? Like if I'm sleeping, I'm a turn, I'm a bounce spanner, my hand go over, I'm over. I'm a one time of disagreement and she, all right. I'm get
I'm
my
not. You know what I'm
no,
saying? I confess. I don't.
no, well, no, my brain will go fast, so do I have to take time to talk
You
about.
just don't want me no more.
Just
You just
relax now. So,
don't.
all right, so she will reach over, when I roll over to me, and she sleep bad, which is a good thing sometimes. She sleep bad, which is a good thing when all is well, but it's not a good thing because when she sleep
Ah,
bad and she roll over upon me, and I'm up, I went to a bit upset. Me normally put my hand around her other. And me not like, when we realize, me let her go. Come and say, she feel like say all is well.
well, I'm
And she,
sleeping, so I don't know what's happening.
but you sometimes like you feel it, just cringe up too.
That is if I'm not asleep, though, and I don't want you to. Hey,
Oh,
the song is right. Make it's on the pool,
game
so
for fools.
games of pool.
Hmm.
But it's not a planned thing, though. It's happening. I, as I said, there are cases wherein I know that I'm upset with you, but when I'm sleeping, I guess I resort back to my natural way sometimes.
Hmm.
If I'm really sound asleep, and if I put all over you and so,
So
and
sleep makes you forget things. Well,
yeah,
because
it's naturally
and
in
then you go
me.
back to the natural
Yeah,
behavior.
and then feel like more we will come back and tell us
Hmm.
later. But there are times, there are times like in the past, wherein if you're fast asleep, I'll
Hmm.
just turn around and I'll be looking around see if you're asleep. I'm just a state me just asleep. But if you ever there, what be I be not my eye. It's pride though.
truth be told, there are times when when we're in our disagreements, and sometimes she's up doing whatever, whether I watch something or whatever,
Howard.
and I'm slightly watching her through one of my eyes. But my eyes are so small, you can't
You
know.
can't see her in
You
eyeball if
can't,
him go deliberate.
you can't know if I'm
It's like
sleeping.
he's like,
And there are times when I'm not sleeping. I'm not watching. I'm. But all right. So here's another part of the card now. How many persons? And as you come on the live, you can tell me. And if you're watching it late afterwards, you
after
can
they
comment.
can't comment.
How many persons when you're sleeping, sleep head when you're upset, you sleep head on tail.
I guess some people do. If I'm really no, not really.
You
If I'm
do.
all right, the thing is, if I'm watching TV, if I'm watching TV, I deliberately go down there. And if it's an upset where I'm really upset, I go down there and wait until he falls asleep. Then I come up back because I don't want anything to really stop me from being upset. So that's true. But it's not a regular thing. Sometimes I really don't.
The other so and when you sleep head on tail, um, I don't sleep there. So if she move, no, no, no. I remember one time we had a disagreement, and she literally, because at a position that we find ourselves in, is I turn my back to her, and I don't know if she turn her back to me, but I just
Oh,
go
that's
to you
fine.
just go to the corner, and just turn from the right side, and I'm gone. But if she wakes up and make a bad turn, I often catch her. My
Okay.
drop off of the bed.
Oh yeah, and that is another thing. Sometimes, but I'm not gonna fall either. But you're catching me and say, "Mine will fall off the bed,"
And after that, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna vex
and then
more.
you go back. I don't know what kind of upset is that. Mine will fall off the bed, and then it catches me, and then say, "All right, like you come back
And
again."
that one say, all right, I'm going to catch you and say, Maya, jump off of the bed, and I'm going to go back and I'm upset still.
You did that for that one.
I did?
Mhm.
Well, I was sleeping, I'm not sure. Yeah, but it's amazing how, like, it's not a game.
No.
It's not a game when you look at it, because the truth is, if there's something that comes into the midst to have a to have a disagreement over, right? You're gonna have the disagreement, right? And depending on how it ends up in the heat of the moment, you're gonna you can reach a point where it is resolved. And so now, because I personally prefer when something is resolved before I go to my
Yeah.
bed.
And
I really don't like it.
that's what lead back to what is in my mind. I remember in even coming
And for
in
those who are on the live, you can indicate and say hi. We'll say
and
hi back to you.
in the early stage of our marriages, that what
Marriage.
marriage, that was like something that we ensured that we wouldn't go to our bed upset. Remember,
Mm.
we'll talk right back till sometime
1, 2 o'clock in the
1, 2
morning.
o'clock and resolve issues, and then we have a beautiful fellowship after that. You know,
Hi,
good.
Upset.
Hi, upset. Hi, my bro. Welcome.
So Upset says when he's when he's upset. When he's upset, he turns his back. Me too.
That's what you do. His friend. That's so true. He's what would you say? You're hugging the wall,
Yeah.
basically. And sometimes I look and I shake my head. But in the
So you
earlier
so you
stage, in
so you actually wash you in my sleep. Let
yeah,
me up turn back and upset.
even when you reach the point and you turn on your back and I mean, say, me look if you breathe properly, but you don't know that, and you're not supposed to know.
Hi everyone. Blessings.
Yeah, good night, cuz welcome to.
Well eyebrow ISIS. Okay. And I was thought upset I was like,
No,
did
that's
we
Peter.
okay. Oh, Peter's upset.
Yeah,
Okay, my
that's his,
boss. Blessings,
his
blessings.
thing then there. Welcome, my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome, cuz. Yeah, so me look, and even like that is the type, one finger touch.
Hmm.
If I feel I'm roll over this side. And sometimes it look like yeah, wait for me to touch her something. You say, huh? So roll over to your side.
Oh, because that is when I'm snoring.
When you're snoring.
And yeah, but
When you
snoring.
let down your guard, like you're really asleep, but you're not faking to be asleep, and you really start to snore.
Okay.
You really, and then I can remember even times we said, really? You're going to crick your neck by hugging the wall, and there's this big space within the, and that is when he's really upset. Not so much that I'm upset, but that he's really mad at me and my husband sometimes shame me.
I upset and Rowan, you can tell me the honest truth, yeah? Alright, when you know when you're a significant other on the on proper terms. And remember to like the life guys. On the on proper terms, do you not show it? Like like say yo, me I show it. So people so upset saying turning back. Yeah, me turn my back to. Right? Because I don't want her to feel like she just, she can just press the normal
I
button.
call it
And
a
with,
fire
yeah,
stress.
and things just me again. No, if you're upset about something, I'm upset about something. But the good but I always I try still to ensure so go my bed upset. But it happens. It happens.
It happens sometimes. It do happen. But the thing is, I don't know what's to change because in the earlier days, we would make it a point of duty that we talk till we're exhausted and resolve the issue,
Mhm.
and then we can get down to good things. But I think like the older you get within the relationship, I think with you, you just said, "Let's talk now." You have that way, you try to talk now and whatever.
So Ron says, yes, I do. Yes, I do, man. I'm with you with that, bro. Yeah, we turn up. I turn my back because I wanted to understand this. It's serious. But as I said, there are some natural reactions that come nevertheless.
With
So
it.
if she is if she is moving off the bed like she could drop off, or if she, like if she move anytime I know, because
No,
I
you
don't
don't
I
sleep
don't
sound.
sleep sound.
And it's weird because you have some real bungy. So I used to think that people who just snore when they're that tired so deep that you couldn't wake them, but as a touch of a spin. It worse if I'm watching a movie and you went to sleep upset, leave me, and you're upset because you feel that I should be coming to my bed and I'm watching a movie. If me move too much, um, you do realize that I'm sleeping here. Don't you? Never mind me, I hide a mail for myself. Sleeping man
No,
can
I
talk.
was because I was sleeping, and
I
and and she and guys, there's some things that Michelle does that are
You
just
swear that I'm
so
hitting the bed. I'm not
so
hitting the bed.
deliberate.
Oh my god.
Michelle,
I'm
don't
really
tell me
not.
that. Michelle, don't
I'm
tell
not
me that.
hitting the bed. You see, if I'm really upset and you just gotta one of the things I don't like if I'm say we're upset and as a lay down on the bed you start just snore.
She hates the fact that I can so comfortably go to sleep.
Sleep and drop asleep, leave me so quick. So sometimes I flop up the pillow. I
Hmm.
was flop up the pillow and lay down back and I watch a movie. And then after a while, I hear nothing, so nothing. I'm
So
here,
she,
and you just some shock again. I mean, just ease it back and I fluff up the pillow. I lay back and sleep up here. So really, you're not going to let me sleep. You're not going to let me sleep.
because,
So, mister, what am I doing? I'm watching a movie. And if I'm uncomfortable, but one night you say I'm kissing my teeth. What was you say I was doing? Kissing my teeth. And I wasn't really kissing
no,
my
no,
teeth,
no,
or something stuck in my
you
teeth.
weren't kissing a
I
teeth.
was cleaning. But
Birds. She was like, no, if something is that stuck in your tooth or in your teeth, just get a piece of thread now and floss. But she's like,
you sleep too easy when somebody has disagreement, I'm trying to sleep so peaceful. That's all.
that is a problem.
As you put on
That
your
she
head
can't
phone,
stand for
girl.
no say. Though she and I not at tease, not at ease. I should not be sleeping that
Yeah, you sleep
comfortable.
too comfortable. And one time gone, you're not sleeping. No, I'm the one who would go to my bed. I will pretend like I'm sleeping. No, you're
So
not.
Rod says, he said I'm like his dad because you could stay a mile
Glenn.
away and hear him.
I told you about Glenn and the snores. That's true. That's my uncle.
Well, well, that snoring thing happens then, like when I'm
when you're
really,
tired.
really tired. I've been really snored like that. But again, there's a time in a disagreement, guys, when in as much as we have a disagreement, it don't stop the feelings, and we've had to break the ice sometimes because of the feeling. Like once in a blue moon.
Listen, but then once in a blue moon,
Yes,
nothing. You
is
always let them come over, or you want to talk, and like I'm not stupid. I know you don't really want to talk.
I don't want to talk.
Not so much. Just want to break the ice, so whatever is stopping you from sleep, you can get it out of the way and then sleep again.
But listen, all right. And the truth is, even after we break, even tru- truth be told, most of the time, when that if the breaking of the ice has happened, it's because I initiate the chopping of the ice, and
I'm listening.
you have the confess. And after the chopping of the ice, then you might have a little conversation, or you go back to bed. And then now, because the ice break up now, watch this in the morning. If she in the morning when she wake up, she be like, "You all right?" I'm like, "You all right?" Yeah. Like, all right. So we're gonna talk about this now. And I'll be like, "You're not ready yet today."
It
Or
depends. I just
or
said there's nothing to really talk about, or we just whosoever is wrong, you understand, will apologize or whatever. Or if it's something that you figure say, okay, it happened too frequently on
mhm.
my part, you say, I'm not ready to talk about it,
Yeah.
because you're still stuck in your feeling. And even that I find weird too, because I don't
So
think it
so set up say all one
upset
week
Peter.
upset. All one week we not talk.
That's a long time, Peter.
No, bro, that is risky business.
Risk
um, yeah. What's the longest we've ever gone?
two, 2 days. But it's not we is what you would say
Like
now.
it's like sorry, like when we talk, like within those a day or two, within those two
It's
days,
surface.
it's just business, and being professional. Um,
You
do,
just take
you
care
know,
of each other needs like
do you
that.
want breakfast? Yes. I cook. Do you want
What do you want
I
for
don't.
break?
I don't really feel hungry right now.
Mhm.
You know,
Or
but
you say later, I'll have it later. You
we're
can
not
do
going to talk about the issue within
that.
the. So we have gone the longest, maybe 2 days.
2 days.
Peter said 1 week. Ron, what's the longest you've ever been? I mean, if we have a disagreement with a
If
significant
it's
other.
serious, if you consider it to be serious.
So but our serious is 2 days.
It's
Because I
two
think I
days.
think over let me tell you what happens, and you guys can agree, can testify. Normally when you have that breakup period, and when I lie, you see if
Upset here.
I upset period should say, because of that. You know break up to me. Anyway, we normally have that period. It's like for me, it's a time to
Reflect.
breathe her, and then at the same time give myself some time to think it through, to go through it and to think about it. Because it's for me, it's not just I don't just get upset or show a upset face
Yeah.
because it's just what I do. No, it's literally that I am not pleased about something, and so I'm not going to just act as if boy it is not. I don't have feelings about it. It don't matter to me. It
Yeah.
matters, and if it matters to me, I'm not. It's not. If I say for example, if she initiate a conversation, you're gonna have a reason. You understand me? But if she don't initiate a conversation, and especially if she do something wrong and she act like she right, we just get enough time to think about it.
Yeah, and like if sometimes you say like, all right, like I think you're reading to it and say like I'd be saying like, okay, like if I say I'm sorry and you're not ready to receive it, and I would say, all right, no, I apologize already. That's it. It's on you. And you see that, okay, you being upset, not phasing me now because it's as if I have repented and leave it on you.
Mhm.
Then you will come and say, can I say something to you? Because you realize, say, look, I'm past that, it's all on you. Like,
No, but you see, the truth is, for me, is that you will say, I look on you and say, well, you're part, see that you're past it.
and
No,
that's how I interpret it.
for me, I just say, all right, it's as if I assess where I am at, assess what needs to happen, and decide that, okay, you know what, let me just get this thing sorted, because at the end of the day, it's not going, it can't be
Stretched
forever.
out, yeah.
It can't be forever. So like Peter would take a week, because but what
I
would
mean, it
be,
depends.
but I mean, well, I guess if you don't want to be too personal, Peter, what was it would take you a lot to get to go to 1 week? Maybe that that is a thought.
I mean, it depends on the persons maybe who you have working with, or maybe depends on the remorse, how much remorse the person shows in being sorry.
Mm.
Because if you feel that okay, you really didn't do anything, and it's the other individual who have done something and don't have any remorse, like they don't feel sorry about it, they don't behave as if they've done anything wrong or
Mm.
what have you, it can really prolong. It can be a week and it can be more than that.
So Rowan says, I don't think I could go. I could go a day because I'm no read again. He said, I could. I don't think I could go a day because how ladies be. They are very spiteful.
Hi Franklin, welcome. Yes, some ladies are really
Donald
spiteful.
Fuller, welcome, welcome,
Welcome,
Franklin.
Franklin. Welcome.
Happy to have you, man.
That's true.
First time on the live. Hope you subscribe already, Franklin. Hope you subscribe.
Yeah, if you haven't clicked that bell as yet, Franklin, you may do so now. But if you have done it
Well,
already,
you
that's
see,
fine.
it's the first on our live, all male. Yes,
Yeah.
represent,
I
represent, guys.
believe, man. I'm living stand alone, but I'm gonna stand.
So obsessed, and when I'm vexed, I'll be home early.
That's
But
you to Cornell. That's you. When I really
all right,
upset.
all right, Peter. Why would you be at home early? Because I have my
You could
reason.
ask yourself.
I am home early because I just want, honestly, when I'm upset, we just want go work, do my work, go my yard, and just go chill. That is the reason I'd come home early. So Donald Rangin says, "Hey bro, sis, long time. Anyway, sometime we
Yeah,
off to bed.
hi.
Careful, don't let the sun go down on
And
your
you're right.
heart."
Oh, we said that.
That
We
was what
were
we said,
talking
Franklin.
about that in the
Yeah, that's what
beginning.
we said. I think in that instance about the sun going down on your heart, um, God gives grace. That's all I can say. Because we understand the spiritual implication or
Yeah.
danger of that. You
We
understand
do
me?
we do
Because
try
you
to
don't want to
resolve sometimes.
allow yourselves to go to bed with unresolved issue or
Mhm.
any form of animosity. But then I don't think it would reach hatred. But
No.
then it would be
As
issues
we were
nevertheless.
saying in the beginning, because
Hmm.
sometimes it could very well be that it's in the night. You do have a disagreement because it's
Yeah.
not as if you plan
Yeah.
these things.
Whatever disagreement at night.
Yeah, you don't you don't plan
The
these
sun gone
things.
already.
It does happen at times.
Hmm. So one of the things I will find out, and oh, I'd ask Peter why he would have come home early. I hope he reply. But one of the things I will find that in breaking up and making up, if the person that you're with means anything to you, it's hard for you not to try and make up.
Yeah.
Um, I have used a myriad of methods to make up. I will wake up early one morning and I'll make breakfast and I'll just present that. Guys, when we present the breakfast, you want to see our face. Our face like a puppy
Not
face.
really.
You give me the
But all
puppy
the time,
face.
it depends. If I'm the one who is
You
found with
give me the puppy
what I'm
face.
calling
Convicted.
yeah, or
Con-
transgression,
All right.
if I'm wrong, then okay. I guess you're chilling out. I'm saying thank you. But it was if I wasn't expecting it, like if I was asleep and it seemed like you do that because one catch my mess if you do it,
Hmm.
and I give it like I'll call and say. Like inside me, I said, really? I'm gonna say thank you.
Something really nice.
Little Maybe praise this and praise yourself. But you're not bad.
Yeah, you're not bad. No, I say because I for example, no, and as Rowan said, why some days are spiteful. I I remember one time doing something that was so nice to Michelle. Michelle swears I was trying to try to get back at her. She can't believe something actually was just being genuinely nice because as far as she's concerned, what she do, she knows that she did something wrong. She never apologized, but me come and make
Me
breakfast
never
and me to do something
apologize
nice
yet.
at the time. So I mean, and it's as if, oh, is it that me when in when carry
Yeah, see, when
breakfast
I
come?
tell me, I wonder if you do something wrong. No, but after we get fit, over time,
Mm,
you get to
mm.
understand who you're with, you realize. But sometimes when you're really upset, you're really upset. You understand? But what I appreciate, I mean, every time say it, I was like, if we're really upset and it's a Mother's Day, you're still gonna do what you understand. You're still gonna do what you had planned, and that's the key thing, though. If you're really like you still take care of each other's needs,
Mhm.
which is good. Which
So
is
those who are on the live just coming in, joining the conversation, but please say hi to us and we'll indicate who you are so we can say hi back to you. But on the live in the conversation is all male
yeah.
representing, not but at all. But I but
Sandy, them must be busy.
but
Carly and
guys,
Dawn.
what do we find with our ladies that
Oh,
when the breakup when the breakup go on, do you find that they are the ones who find it the hardest to come and try and break the ice? Why do you?
I really can't speak for myself. No, honestly, is that all right? If you know the person that you're with, like I always say, I have to see where I'm really wrong to apologize. Obviously, what you're wrong about, you can't just apologize anyway. Apologize for or if you're wrong and all of that. So knowing you,
But hold on.
if
Stick up in.
mhm,
So when the scripture say, right, the one who is not the
at fault,
offender should go and make it right. That don't apply to ladies.
Lord, we know that your word is right and we are aiming for perfection, but most of us don't do it.
And guys, because the truth is now we have to live our lives according to the scriptures, right? So I guess that is a challenge.
But that's why sometimes I will still, make fun and come and and you will say, I'm not joking, I'm not, and that is why it's very few and in
You
between.
just bring up something in my head. What happened? They
That is
finish.
that's why it is few and in between because that scripture is so real. And even though you may not see where you really go wrong, as it's to say apologize, you try to come around and make much because you don't really want to stretch it. And worse, if I'm not even as upset as how you are upset, but try to lean in and try to be playful about it. And one of the things I hate is rejection. In case you don't know it. And if I try to come at you and you refuse me and reject me and what have you, me just take myself and go over where I'm
All
going.
right, two things. Peter replied and said to me, he just wanted to see his wife and son in the evening, and
That's so nice, my
that's
brother.
nice.
That's
When
so
I come
nice.
home, I just don't want to be around nobody at work. I just want to come home
That's
and
nice,
just be chill.
upset.
But
That's nice, my
all
brother.
right, Peter, well done.
I love that.
And Ron is laughing. The guy,
Rhoda is,
I find personally, and I don't know, and I realize I do it, but personally, I don't like if I have a disagreement that she's going to try and
butter it up.
but turn me up. I
But
me not into just come straight and let me know say I made a bad move and thing and I apologize. We can live with that, but don't come hug me up.
that's the time sometimes I feel for the hug. Well, I mean, me, that's true. You just want the eyes to, whereas if you know, say, I cause you to be upset,
Mm.
and in my eyes, it's not even that serious.
All right, I'm all male on the channel on the live. I'm gonna talk to you. Do you guys prefer, or is it do you don't mind when your lady come and try to butter you up, or you want her to just come and talk straight and say no, I'm sorry, or the buttering up is okay when she come and she hug you up and she
That's the
try.
gateway to say I'm sorry versus somebody who don't love to say sorry, sorry. That's the gateway. But if you call it up and say, I'm not in joking mood now, me
Yeah.
afraid.
So she's trying to make a joke out of it. Like, She wanted me
But
to
I'm not.
laugh.
I'm
I
just.
laugh. Well, I wouldn't say joke on it, but then she wants me to laugh about something or just chill.
No,
When
I'm not even like. I'm just trying to get in, to get him mellow. You understand?
by doing it again, how's the what was it you do?
Sometimes, like, for some reason, I chance I'm like in a baby little guys. But sometimes I don't want to be bashed and so it's not that you're not a rough person, but doesn't mean your way is that if I'm going in for the it's not a joking matter now.
Because if we're going to be serious about this, let's talk about it and be serious about it. Don't just joke it off because you know some is serious now. So let's talk about it seriously. You understand me? Because that way, I think she will get where I'm coming from, and then my feelings is not being taken for granted. Because sometimes women feel that we don't have feelings in our brothers.
But you know what is ironic? I just said that.
Sometimes women think we don't have feelings.
I don't think that. I really don't think you don't.
Well, on act like it. On act like it sometimes. Hold on. So Donald, all right. So Rowan says because they always think they're right, bro.
I don't think I'm always right, but most of the time.
You don't matter.
Most of the times I'm right.
Bragdon said, bro, me can't try that for long. If me vex, trust me, me can't sleep. I would toss the whole night. Worse if me need my cuddling.
That's good, Frankie.
Says, I want to talk, but I am waiting on my wife
to break the ice.
To say something first.
Oh my god. You know.
So no, you understand why the song says a game. But you know what?
The truth is, you remember, you used to be the one like if I'm upset, you just say, "Come over," and that's the time when we used to be deliberate that we don't get upset and carry it over into the morning. But you just stop.
Because I think you're taking me for granted.
I'm not taking you.
Yeah, but then if saying it and doing it is two different things.
Sometimes I'm laying down anticipating it.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. You know the natural response is that I'm going to draw you over and say, all right, let's talk about it or whatever. Some realize,
oh, you understand when pillow fluff it up. Fluff up the pillow.
And guys, I'm telling her, shall disturb me, you know. I wasn't, I was just
trying to be comfortable.
Because I mean, I'm lying on my bed, my back turned to her, and she'll shake up the bed.
It felt that way to you, but it wasn't that way. I know that's what I was doing still with the pillow by fluffing the pillow and what have you. But so if you catch me, I can say I'm fluffing the pillow. But it happens.
So in making up, I don't have problem, you know, with Michelle coming and say upright and say, you know, straight up and say,
I'm sorry.
I mean,
sometimes I don't see deem this so. You milk the sorry, you know, baby. You milk the sorry.
No, it's not about milking the sorry. It's about you taking forever to say it.
Yes,
so I don't need milk it. And you decide, say, you know what, if a sorry you want, you know, get it to me already. That's what.
Sometimes that's what I get. I can understand it feels that way, but if I feel this don't warrant that you have to come and say sorry, you know. You don't really warrant it now because I'm not funny. I said it takes two, you know, it takes two to be upset, you know, and it's like it just once there's a disagreement and if you gonna say okay because me answer you the wrong way and there's a disagreement like you must say all right, and like you're gonna wait for me come say sorry.
Here's my truth. My truth is this, as Michelle said, when we just started out, I was the biggest advocate for not going to our beds in anger or the sun going on the right, right?
It changes.
I realized that as if she got comfortable with that, knowing that even in a disagreement, I going to be the one to come and settle the score and talk it over and initiate the conversation. I initiate that talk to many things, right? And that can over time, not even can. I felt over time that she was taking me for granted, right? Because if you know your husband today a particular way, and you know him is a nice guy, and him do him best and him try whatever, meet him halfway. Don't wait. Don't sit down and wait for him to come and mellow it. And
But what if when
and
you God
sometimes
give that
and
temperance to
sometimes
make
I feel like I broke her body.
and you could very well be, but you not flip the script. You know, stop. You flip the script like you're weird.
How many of you guys would go ahead and be the first and be the one to start the reconciliation?
Hey, Franklin said it. Franklin, the Lord speaking to Franklin. And the
Well, it's,
Lord was speaking to you too, but you stop. You change it.
no,
You
because
can't try bunk, you know.
and what you know, the only reason why it even gets so bad is because when you feel when you, I personally just felt that like I was being taken for granted,
I
and
heard
that's
you.
not a good feeling because you want if you push out 100, the person is push out 100 too, and so you feel like okay, the same level of care and concern that I have, the person has it too, and if it's not reciprocal, you're gonna feel like okay, so I was being one in this thing to
But in
push
all
it.
fairness, I know. I used to come as well and say sorry. It's just that it may not happen in the split of a minute like how you want it.
You see, like how me want it.
Yeah.
Is it as it should be?
But you are the one with that meekness of spirit who in
Ah!
the split of seconds,
Yes.
so let's just talk and resolve this and whatever.
Mm.
The Lord know why gave me you like that. Because the Lord know that yeah, maybe I need some working on to know how to work it out first before I come and
You know
say
what I'm glad for?
genuinely. So you don't
These
flip the
videos
script.
can stay forever and a day. We can go back and read it through.
No, they are plan for disagreement. I have
No,
plan.
no, no. No, I'm not talking about that. But at least we can remember, we can remind ourselves of the stuff that we realize as because what I find too, guys, it's a growing process.
Yeah, it is.
It is a growing process. And unlike some men who choose to be, not to be monogamous and they can go to Jane, Mary and Sarah, we who have one and have to abide by the law and the scriptures and whatever.
Unhappy. It's not like you know enjoy that.
No, no, in the sense that
Oh, unhappy.
no, we have to.
But when you
But
say
what?
unhappy, like yes, boy, we're happy, but
Yeah, I know what
when
they say.
somebody adjust somebody's
I don't
room.
say you're happy about Lord, we've got to do better, do better. No, it's not that.
No,
I'm just saying you have to because of the script, yeah, because
I
of
get it. I'm
you
missing
right. Yeah, we
it.
have to
One
then
guy
find
even laugh.
we have to just find a way to make it work,
Yeah.
right? And then no, that's why in the makeup part of it, right, hands in the air, all of us, all of guys who to, to, to get playtime, using that word, to get playtime, we initiate a conversation, we initiate the reconciliation.
Oh my God.
Franklin said cuddling, which is another word for playtime, which is another word for yeah. And we have youngsters who watch our channel, so we're going to be discreet, right? So
So hence the makeup, the breakup for makeup.
right. So yeah, in other words, because of the different ways in which we can make up, right? Um, I know as men, to initiate the makeup, it is motivated from a certain place.
Yeah.
You understand me? And it is good though when the motivation comes um, from the lady's end, and then now she initiates it by introducing playtime. Although me not lie, there are times when in my mind playtime no work right now, but and another time it is a welcoming thing. You understand me?
Even times when it's a playtime, no worry right now. If I'm determined playtime, me just respect your feelings.
But making up is and I don't think like I don't or this is not a fixed strategy for
Yeah,
making up,
that's not a plan
right?
thing.
But you do try to make because going an extensive time, I think you're only going to make a situation worse because in the whole time period when when I have that breakup, disagreement, whatever, right? You are there now, dealing with yourself, thinking about what she might be thinking about, or she thinking about what you might be thinking about, and then now we both are probably thinking about each other, but we're not making each other know. You understand me? But the makeup part of it is even to me a nicer part,
Yeah,
right?
it's a
But
fun
there's
thing.
always a conversation that we have before the full
It
makeup
leads up to
because it's
because we
still
want clarity
you
and we
want.
don't want to take each other's feelings for granted.
Mhm.
And we really want to resolve what the issue is that we try not to let that same thing happen again. But that's sometimes that's even why the upset start.
Mhm.
Because you feel like okay, it's the same thing and make sure you're not making the effort for this not you understand? So you do try.
But do you find though that there's a level of growth that takes place with the next breakup and with the next
Yeah,
makeup?
yeah, yeah, there is. And especially on my part, I have been trying not to wait too long to say I'm sorry. So my method of sieving out, Mish, what did you do really so wrong to get you to be upset,
Mhm.
is instead of me when I'm by myself thinking about why is he behaving like this, I'm gonna go and say for no-" You understand? I really genuinely asked her to show me like, is it what I said, how I said it? You understand? Is it that is it my attitude? So I genuinely try to see wherein I try to put myself in your place and stuff.
There's something that come up to my mind. Do you find guys that when she there you go run put up him hand
Yeah, yeah, of
because
course.
there's a motivation.
That's
Yes.
true.
You find guys, I'm read the Donald's Franklin Silver. Sometimes, bro, them love to be hard, worse if they are wrong, and deep within them, they want you to suck it up. But sometimes we have to give up our rights to make peace reign. Yeah, yeah, and I think that's what the scripture teaches. You
Yeah.
understand me? Just to make sure, sir. And at the same time too, under the wisdom of God, we as the men, we have to govern our kingdom the right way, right? Because if we don't show our ladies how the thing ought to be, because we have to lead by example. So even that, in a sense, that when we give up our right just for peace sake, it is something that we are showing to our ladies. So listen, all right, maybe irrespective of what go on, here we go on. Let's put it behind us. Bygones are bygones. You may have a different opinion, and me have a different opinion. All right, no problem. I swear God, I remove on. You understand me? Because you want peace to reign.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what I was saying, because we are abiding by the scripture and thing. We're not going to just all right, you vex school, call Jane, call Mary. No. We're gonna find a way to fix it, because this is what we have, and this is what we got we have not just signed up to, but this is what we desire to have
To have.
between us. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah,
But do you
upset.
find also, guys, or Peter says, um, I'm the one giving trouble in my relationship. Trust me, I love my wife. Confession is good. I,
Like a
I, hope-
pity,
I hope she's watching.
Peter.
I hope she's watching. Because she realized that, she say you're actually confessing that, you love
Yeah,
your wife, which is,
that's
she
beautiful.
must she must hear you, man. Do you find though, guys, that when dress mode, let's talk about dress mode. When they have the breakup, do you find that they wear a lot more covered up clothes? Yes, they wear more covered up clothes. And when to move from the breakup to makeup, you realize that she wear more revealing short clothes. Me, and that's why we don't like. Because I love makeup, We love makeup. We love makeup because after the whole explosion, if it were, if we reach so far, right, and things calm down now, right, there's another explosion going to come, but in a different way, right, and they tend to dress the part,
Drop for the pajama shorts and
Yeah,
pants.
the long
Wearing.
nighty, yeah, the long thickish
Oh God, I love
cotton looking nighty.
it.
Um, what else? Yeah, you said the pajama already.
Pajamas.
Are the ugly whatever? Yes, I mean because it's breakup time.
Funnel night to them.
But when it's makeup, guys, them put out to say the least.
I'm alone tonight, so I'm not saying nothing. I'm listening.
Right? And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's why I like when I like if it asks me to choose, I prefer makeup than breakup. But the thing about it is when you have the breakup, it's like a motivation to bring on back the makeup. And the makeup brings with it a whole heap of hints. As I said, the dress code change, and it also brings that
Willingness,
anticipation.
more
Yeah,
willingness.
there's also anticipation of what is going to come next. Um, and 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 apart from that, you know, well, I normally come home to a cook meal, even if me not gonna eat, because and them said, a way to a man heart is through his belly.
Stomach.
But even if you're not going to eat,
You gave me
all right then.
hush.
Sorry guys. Even if I'm not gonna eat, I'm still gonna come home to a cooked meal, giving God thanks. Um, but sometimes there's like a extra extraness to it, and that little extraness is what makes it even more worthwhile. And at the same time, um, an extra mile go on for the playtime. Just saying. You understand me? So if I had to choose, and I think you can't have one without the other. So, so you can't have makeup without breakup.
Yeah.
And if you have breakup, make sure you have makeup. Because at the end of the day, still have to stay together. Like I agreed to. I love the I be old time song, and I know so also in the past, I would when the ice is broken and makeup are gone, I put on my favorite love song or a catalog of songs that would just play through the night and things because makeup
Therapy.
therapy, my brother that I mean Luther,
Luther, no.
but yeah,
Yeah, Christian version,
smoke,
never yeah,
yeah,
secret.
man, Smokey Robinson, um, yeah,
But you big on
a
therapy.
holy, a holy pa. Them virgin, I'm a virgin. I'm a crew in a the makeup season. Them always come over and have a keep a party for me having shit.
Hence, that's why I come back again to date night, have date night.
There you go. You
Oh
understand?
Lord of
But
mercy.
guys, I know without a doubt that in every relationship, teeth and tongue will meet,
Yeah.
and it's really and truly about um
It's not,
finding the good,
yeah. It's
finding the
good
good
for the
in each
relationship
other.
like gold in fire. You purify it because until these bad habits comes out,
Mm-hmm.
then you really wouldn't get to know each other like what not to do, what to do. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So even though there are disagreements, I would say make it work for you. Pay attention to what is happening. And that is how you know each other because I mean it's like being in a long courtship where you keep footsie around each other. Nobody wants to step on each other upon. I mean, when you get married or in a long term relationship, all of that's gonna go. Cause you're gonna rub against each other at some point. And that's when the true feeling comes out. That's when the true person shows up and that's how like in the beginning when we just started and we started a disagreement, I did say to you that I genuinely know that I check for you and love you and not just words because normally we would say whatever. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
We have
But
7 persons on the live. Just press like, guys.
yeah,
It
before you
helps.
leave,
Before
remember to press the
just
thumbs
press
up.
the thumbs up.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the more time you spend with each other, it's not that easy to say whatever because your heart betrayed you.
Mm-hmm.
It's as if no, even if your lips should say whatever, when you're by yourself, your part that you have done is going to come back and hit you in the face, and you're going to feel bad that you hurt her, you hurt him, and
Mhm.
maybe I could have done it another way. So I always say that your heart betray you because you cannot lie to yourself,
Yeah.
and then you realize that it's not so easy to just push this person aside and not to care about the other person feeling, because this is somebody you're sharing your life with, yourself
Mhm.
with.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's how you really know that you check for the other person and the person check for you. But if you pretend around it just for you not to have disagreement, it's not healthy, because disagreement, it is healthy for the relationship, because you know what not to do, what to do, and you understand. Sometimes you even see yourself, because like I said to him when I just got married, I never know that I could get upset
Mhm.
to a magnitude. You understand? I didn't really know that, you understand, I would behave certain way, and you understand, because I used to think that I was a little goody goody two shoes too. So but when you actually live with somebody else,
Mhm.
you understand, on a personal level like that, even without outside influence, you realize that there are some things in you that need to be worked on. You're not so great as you really think. You
Michelle said in our
understand?
very first video, she thought she was the first, she was the best thing since sliced bread.
Since like you know,
Because I think nothing can be seen unless it is tested. You won't get to see the fullness of something until it is proper. It is
yeah.
tested. Because when it is tested now, I mean, you squeeze an orange juice will come out. And some I say, no, there are some surprise gift bags where you can't know what's in there until you
Till you
actually
open it.
open it. You understand me?
And it doesn't matter how good of a person you are, because when I said that, I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread, because I was the type of person back in say by 15 who I try not to hurt other people's feeling. That's what I meant by that. I try like, okay, I take the back burner to make other person maybe feel good
Hmm.
and all of that. If somebody's trying to pick a fight, pick an argument with me, I would walk it out. I would, you understand? But no, when you're living with somebody and days of your life, and you realize say something happened, you realize say it's a talk upon you. You understand? And sometimes you even used to say, say I'm the only one you have strength for. For some reason, you don't defend yourself against other, but so me get all of it. You back it up on me get all of it. And I listen, and I take it into consideration. You may think that I wasn't listening the earlier, but I listen and I say, wait, that must make sense. Oh, so and so the person there, me know so the person try use them head and me know so the person do that, but it's like I don't even care, it don't matter. You understand? I'm just say whatever. But with you now, it's as if me say, oh, you mean by that? Even sometimes when you maybe didn't mean anything, me say, what do you mean by that? Are you trying to say that I'm this? Or like I become, I say, wow, really, Steve? But you get to see yourself, because the truth is, nobody don't know me to argue. Even Peter, who know me from, I'm a teenager. He don't know me to be in an argument, nobody know this. But the truth is, when you live with somebody, and the more you care about the person,
Hmm.
is the more times you're gonna maybe have issues with certain little things, because it matters a lot to you, and because it matters to you, you have to voice it, and you have to say this. You understand? So each one help the next one to say, look into yourself. Why this? Why be man? And if you mean a person well, you're going to examine yourself and say, that's true, no. I don't get upset if this person do this. I don't get upset with that. So why am I so mad with you? You understand?
Hmm.
So the same leverage and patience need to, I
Be
think
extended.
it should be extended even more to the person that you live with, because
Yeah.
you have to face them every day. So it is a learning thing. It is.
But then I'll say in relation to when the late when our ladies, the big breakup time where the longs dress and the long night, yeah. Then I'll say, yeah man, so that is true, but when she when but all when she do that, me still can picture her in the way I want. So yeah, we have X-ray vision when we want to. So Peter said my relationship is a long distance one. It's not easy, and
Yeah.
and and honestly, that is probably but I'd love to have a live and talk about long distance relationship to understand how people cope with it, because especially Jamaicans, we are resilient, and we want better for ourselves, and sometimes better for ourselves require us making some sacrifice
Sacrifices.
and with that sacrifice comes pressure. With that sacrifice comes, comes testing, and it brings to have to dig deep to say, all right, you're going to stick with the relationship. You're going to go
It
find,
takes more
do the
effort,
work, whatever, and
but it can work.
it's a whole heap of work,
Yeah.
But
It takes effort, but it can work.
that's a life we'd love to have
Yeah.
and just hear from
And I
persons.
can imagine the good side of that is that when you are in each other's company, oh my,
Yeah,
playtime can do.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's it's have its up and it have its down. And it shows the relationship, even if you're in front of each other, you have ups and you have downs. So you just have to be dedicated and focused and know that this is what you want and it's going to work because the both of you are going to make it work. And that's what relationship takes, any which way you look at it.
So, guys, I'm happy that I mean, it's a blessing to have beer men on the live tonight.
It's encouraging.
But we are coming to the time where we're going to close because we now want to try to keep our live between 45 to an hour. And but we just want to say thanks to everybody who came on, everyone, those who came on didn't say hi, didn't say anything. We still appreciate the visit. And of course we're still asking you to help us to reach out to other persons and encourage them to sign up to the channel, to subscribe to our channel. All right, we have more great things coming up, more great conversations, and of course, what we do here is just really and truly just have a raw, interesting, uncovered talk, so people can feel us as real as we are. Yes, and being as followers of Christ, you can know that this, some of the same that the unsaved person got through, we got through as Christians, but the difference is Christ. You understand me? And for those who are coming up, just married or going through a rocky stage, we are just saying to you that we have been through some stuff over the 20. And this year we make 22 years of marriage.
And it's not dead sentence. If you really want it to work, it can work. And like we're saying tonight, with the breakup to make up, let it work in your advantage.
It can work in your advantage.
Let it work in your advantage.
I think that's the main point we're trying to make. Let it work to your advantage.
Yeah, and every relationship has issues. Every single one. Even if you did some person decide I can't bother with him, I can't bother with that, let us call it quits. When you start a new relationship and after you get over the honeymoon stage where it's a friendly stage and you're tipping around toes and you don't want to hurt any toe, that is how well. But if you want to go anywhere at all in that relationship, you're still gonna have your struggles. You're still gonna have disagreements. So you have to decide that you're gonna make it work for you. And if you're at that spot, don't feel like the worst thing ever. Boy, when my life I gonna look up. Trust. It means that it's something good.
So Peter says
something good is gonna happen.
Peter says, "Sis, it's easy for women to stay focused than man."
It could very well be so in a sense because women have I will agree with that because women have there's this thing about us wherein we, no matter how hard something gets, we try to hang on to it. We try to hang on to it, determined for it to work, and we can bear certain pressures and tediousness in that sense that relation bring than most men. Because I don't think most men are wired to deal with those type of stress that relation bring within itself. They can deal with the stress of
the
being
distance.
Right, and they can deal with the stress of being a hunter. They can deal with the stress of being a provider, and a protector. But with that stress that men have to deal with, there's also another level of stress that being in a relationship causes. And sometimes the men are depleted already trying to make this work financially and protecting you and covering a lot more things. Not to say that women don't do those things also, but women have a way, for some reason, I don't know if it's the way in which God made it, that we can deal with those little things that men call. Those
it's not little. It's not little. Because we live into the distance relationship. That's a whole lot of work.
That it is. It is. But when a woman determined that it stopped with you and our mind work upon, we can think, we can live off memory as well. Whilst we can live off memory, I don't think men can much. It take more discipline for men because men men is on the sight. Their thing is off sight. Our our impulses of touch. So if someone doesn't really touch us, we're good. We can live up the memory.
So,
But
but
the
it's,
men sees every day of their life
yeah. So
and they
so
move
women
up.
don't see
Women see, but that is not
that not the
our
major.
weakness. That
That's
is
not
not
the
the
major
major
thing.
thing for
Okay.
us. Our major thing is to be touched. And
Mhm.
when we touch, we respond. But the men know their thing have to do with sight. And I will know it's everywhere.
Mhm. In
So
your
it
face.
takes more discipline for the men. And I think with discipline, it's going to take pressure. And with pressure, it prove how strong you can be and all
Well,
of that. But it's good for you too, because it builds your resistance.
hey,
Yeah, it
I
builds
hope
your
your resistance is building up, Peter.
I mean,
No, like in
all
a serious way, in
men,
a
and
serious way,
all
in a
men,
serious way.
basically.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming on, Franklin. Respect,
Appreciate you
bro.
all so much.
Respect. I hope
Peter,
Angie's
Rowan,
beside you.
Franklin.
You could, she can say what she have to say, but we're going to close the live now, guys,
Yeah.
and we look forward to seeing you next week. But also look out for our midweek video that we'll uploading. Again, those thought provoking, or it may
Yeah.
just be something about fun. But guys, we appreciate every single one of
Yeah, and
you.
we apologize for last
Yes,
week
as we did
again.
earlier.
We really do hope that, even though we said that we will not, we'll try and have the life. It's just that sometimes life happens
Mhm.
and you can't go.
Yeah. Well, guys, again, thank you for coming on, and look out again, as I said, for our next
Yeah.
live. And of course,
Thank you
those who are
all.
watching for the first time, welcome to Conversation with Elise. Like, share, and subscribe, and of course, leave a comment. As much as you don't want, just leave a comment. What you think about the discussions we have had, and if there's anything you want to discuss or you want us to talk about, feel free, man. Leave your suggestions. All right. So until next live, or until we
Thank
meet
you
again,
guys. Thank you.
blessings.
It was really fun with everyone.
All meal.
Yeah.